grid just collapsed, permanently. That cute little pharmacy down the street? Gone. Your family doctor? Probably zombie food by now. And that insulin prescription you've been putting off? Well, congratulations. You just learned what expiration date really means in the wasteland. Welcome to Medical Triage in Hell. I'm your host, and unlike those cheerful preppers on YouTube, I won't lie to you. Half of you watching this will be dead in 6 months. The other half, you'll wish you were. Rule number 1, pain is temporary. Death is permanent. Choose wisely. But here's the thing about medical supplies in a post-apocalyptic world. You don't need a pharmacy. You need chemistry. You don't need a hospital. You need ingenuity. And you definitely don't need hope. You need antiseptic. So grab whatever's left of your sanity, and let's dive into the 10 medical supplies that'll keep you breathing when everyone else is fertilizer. Supply number 1, honey, nature's antibiotic from hell. That's right, your breakfast spread is basically biological warfare against bacteria. Slather it on wounds. The sugar content is so high it literally sucks the life out of infectious bacteria through osmotic pressure. They shrivel up and die like vampires in sunlight. Pro tip. If you find crystallized honey, don't throw it away. Heat it gently. Steam doesn't carry bacteria, just pure H2O and sweet, sweet antiseptic gold. Warning, if you're diabetic and using honey as medicine, you're playing Russian roulette with a glucose meter. But hey, infection or insulin shock, pick your poison. Supply number 2, vodka, the universal solvent of desperation. Alcohol above 40% proof kills most bacteria on contact. Below 40%, you're basically washing wounds with expensive water. Get the strong stuff, Russian standard. Everclear, if you can find it. This isn't a party, it's battlefield surgery. Ethyl alcohol denatures proteins in bacterial walls. They literally fall apart at the molecular level. Pour it on wounds, use it to sterilize makeshift surgical tools, or if things get really bad, drink it to numb the pain of your inevitable amputation. The science is simple. Alcohol disrupts hydrogen bonds in bacterial enzymes. No enzymes, no bacteria. No bacteria, no gangrene. No gangrene. Supply number 4, salt, the white death for everything bad. Table salt isn't just for flavoring your last meal. Sodium chloride creates a hypertonic environment that kills bacteria through dehydration. Same principle that preserves meat, same principle that'll preserve you. Make saline solution, 1 teaspoon per cup of clean water. Use it to flush wounds, rinse eyes, or too much and you'll chemically burn whatever you're trying to heal. Historical fact, Number 5, duct tape, the gray messiah of emergency medicine. Forget fancy bandages. Duct tape is sterile when you peel it fresh. It's waterproof, it doesn't expire, and it will hold together whatever's left of you when everything else fails. The adhesive contains acrylic polymers that create an airtight seal. Perfect for sucking chest wounds. That's when air gets into your chest cavity and collapses your lungs. Slap duct tape over the hole, leave one corner loose to create a one-way valve. Air goes out during exhalation, stays out during inhalation. MacGyver didn't have duct tape, but if he did, he would have ruled the wasteland. Use it for splints, tourniquets, or sealing radiation-contaminated wounds. The polymer backing blocks alpha particles. Not much, but more than your skin. Downside, feels like being skinned alive, but alive is alive, even if it's screaming. Supply number 5, activated charcoal, the black void that eats poison. Someone's trying to poison you? Of course they are. Trust is dead. Activated charcoal has a surface area of 500 to 1,500 square meters per gram. That's like having a football field worth of poison-absorbing surface in a single pill. The carbon atoms bond with toxic molecules through van der Waals forces. Basically, it grabs poison and doesn't let go. Works on most organic toxins, drugs, plant alkaloids, some heavy metals. Won't work on alcohol though, so don't try to cheat your way through that vodka disinfection. Take it within an hour of ingestion. After that, the poison's already in your bloodstream, and charcoal is about as useful as thoughts and prayers, which is to say, completely useless. Fun fact, this is literally the same stuff they use in gas masks and water filters. You're basically turning your stomach into a post-apocalyptic air purifier. Supply number 6, iodine solution, liquid nuclear insurance. Nuclear reactor melted down? Fallout drifting your way like a Fallout 4 rad storm? Iodine saturates your thyroid gland and prevents radioactive iodine uptake. It's like wearing a lead vest for your neck candy. Regular iodine solution works for wounds too. Unlike hydrogen peroxide, which actually damages healing tissue, iodine kills everything without mercy. Bacteria, viruses, fungi. It's an equal opportunity destroyer. The molecular iodine penetrates cell walls and oxidizes essential cellular components. Death by chemistry. Makes it weak for wound cleaning. 10% solution diluted to 1%. Full strength will chemically burn you faster than radiation. But sometimes chemical burns heal. Radiation poisoning? That's forever. Reminder, iodine only protects against radioactive iodine, not other isotopes. So don't go sunbathing in Chernobyl just yet. Supply number 7, superglue, liquid stitches for the desperate. Medical-grade cyanoacrylate and hardware store superglue? Same chemical, different price tag. Both polymerize instantly when exposed to hydroxide ions in water. Your blood and tissue fluids have plenty of both. Perfect for small cuts that won't stop bleeding. The polymer forms a protective barrier that's actually stronger than your original skin. Surgeons use this stuff to close incisions. You're just cutting out the middleman, and the medical degree, and the sterile environment. Don't use it on deep wounds or joints. The rigid polymer will crack when you move, creating infection highways straight to your bloodstream. But for surface cuts, it's like having a medical stapler that fits in your pocket. Warning, will permanently bond fingers together. Also, probably carcinogenic. But cancer takes years to kill you. Bleeding out takes minutes. Supply number 8, aspirin, the universal blood thinner. Heart attack in the wasteland? No defibrillators, no cardiac units, no hope. Just aspirin. Acetylsalicylic acid irreversibly blocks cyclooxygenase enzymes, preventing blood clot formation. It literally thins your blood at the molecular level. Chew 2 tablets at the first sign of chest pain. The sublingual absorption gets it into your bloodstream faster than swallowing. Supply number 9, hydrogen peroxide, the foaming agent of chaos. That bubbling action when you pour hydrogen peroxide on wounds, that's oxygen being released as the compound breaks down. Catalase enzymes in your blood and tissue cause the decomposition. 2H2O2 becomes 2H2O plus O2. The oxygen bubbles physically lift debris out of wounds. It's like pressure washing your injuries with chemistry. Plus, most bacteria are anaerobic. They hate oxygen. Supply number 10, cayenne pepper, the red powder of coagulation. Sounds insane? Good. Sanity died with civilization. Cayenne pepper contains capsaicin, which causes immediate vasoconstriction. Blood vessels clamp shut, bleeding stops. Science. For serious bleeding, dump it directly on the wound. Yes, it burns like hellfire. That's the capsaicin activating pain receptors. But pain means you're still alive to feel it. The alkaloids also have antimicrobial properties. They kill bacteria while stopping blood flow. The mines use this technique. They survive longer than most empires. But if you don't know gram-positive from gram-negative bacteria, you're just playing pharmaceutical roulette. Every medicine expires. Every technique fails. Every sterile environment becomes contaminated. Your fancy first aid kit becomes a monument to false hope when the antiseptic runs out and the bandages rot. But chemistry? Chemistry is eternal. The laws of physics don't change because society collapsed. Osmotic pressure still works. Molecular bonding still happens. Bacterial cell walls still rupture under the right conditions. Learn the science behind the supplies. Understand why things work, not just what to use. Because when your carefully planned medical stash runs dry, you'll need to improvise with whatever toxic waste is left scattered across the nuclear winter. So there you have it. 10 supplies that might keep you breathing long enough to see another sunrise, or at least long enough to watch your neighbors become fertilizer while you're still standing. This is your host signing off from whatever's left of civilization. Stay alive, stay paranoid, and remember, in the post-apocalyptic medical world, the only good patient is a living patient. Because dead patients don't subscribe to YouTube channels.